Hi, I'm Rick Kaler. Thanks for joining me. When I opened the recent invoice for my homeowner's insurance provider, I was pretty shocked. The annual premium had skyrocketed from $8,000 to $18,000. I called my agent, who confirmed there was no mistake. My premium had indeed jumped by $10,000 in just 1 year, and I hadn't even had a claim with the company. The agent suggested another company that could insure my home for $11,000 a year. Still stunned by the increase, I decided to do a little research on my own, and eventually I found a company offering the same coverage with $100,000 more in protection for $3,500. That's a lot less than I had been paying. It seemed too good to me to really be true. And yet the firm was State Farm, not some unknown and unreliable company. But switching companies, like a lot of change, came with a caveat. I needed to inventory everything in my house, especially valuable items like jewelry and artwork. This is a standard recommendation from both insurance agents and financial planners that if your home and or its contents are destroyed or maybe damaged in a disaster, a fire, or a flood, the insurance company is going to need a complete list of what was lost. That requires making a detailed inventory of your home's contents. And it's very helpful to be complete with proofs of purchase and serial numbers. Now, do you have such a list? Is it stored securely outside of your home? Do you update it annually? If so, congratulations. You're probably a 1%er, maybe even a 1/10 of 1%er. I'll estimate that 99% of homeowners don't have such an inventory, and I was one of them. So if you're among the 99% that don't have an inventory like that, the reason is probably more than just simple procrastination. Chances are you feel confident that your total coverage is high enough to let you easily replace everything in your house. That assumption could be disastrously, dangerously wrong. And here's why. You might assume that ordinary belongings won't cost much to replace. That's not necessarily true. Have you checked recently on the prices of new stoves, refrigerators, washers, and dryers? What it might cost to replace all the tools that you own, or every utensil, every dish, small appliance in your kitchen, all of your beds, your bedding. There's so many things. And the only way to know whether your insurance would cover that expense is by having an up-to-date inventory and a reasonable estimate of the replacement costs. That is a lot of work. But just imagine that a fire destroys part of your home, destroying the contents in just one section of it. How will you prove that your bed held an expensive luxury mattress, or your exercise bike was a top-of-the-line brand and model, or the contents of your china cabinet were valuable collectibles rather than generic knickknacks? It doesn't matter that your insurance coverage is enough to replace all the things you have if you can't substantiate what you've lost. Fortunately, today's technology offers an easy way to document what you own. Just walk through your house with your phone and make a video of everything in it. Be sure to record fixtures and wall hangings, as well as furniture. Include the contents of closet drawers, china cabinets, boxes, open drawers. Pay attention to collections, especially antiques and high-end items like china or silverware. Another thing is to be sure to get serial numbers of big ticket items. Don't forget garages and garden sheds. So everything. For expensive items like jewelry and artwork or antiques, they probably should be insured separately. So you would want appraisals. If you can't find local appraisers, which is sometimes hard to do, you might try sites like Value My Stuff, Mirto, that's M-E-A-R-T-O, and Heritage Auctions. And then you'll want to store the copies of the video and the appraisals that you obtain in a lot of different places, including the cloud and at least one flash drive that's kept outside of your home. Finally, remember to update your video annually. A good idea would be to schedule this to coincide with the renewal notice on your homeowner's insurance. And if that notice includes a drastic increase in your premium, research other options and companies before you renew. Thanks for listening.